Hi, I want to just explain why people fail with online businesses, because statistics tell us that 95% of all online business participants lose money. So why is that? Because unless we know and understand the reasons, we can't make the changes needed to bring us the success that we really want. Essentially, there are two kinds of income that can be earned. There's the income from a single sale, like you sell a house, it's a one-time sale and you make a profit on that sale. And then there's recurring income, and that is where you make the sale of something that people are subscribing to on a regular basis. They're buying the thing month after month, and so you're making money month after month because you're getting paid on every time they make the purchase. So let's have a look at recurring income. This is great in theory because you do the job once and you get paid over and over again. But in practice, recurring income does not last. The average lifetime for recurring income is only 3.7 months. Why? Well, as we said, recurring income comes from recurring sales. But most sales made in the recurring income fields are for things that people buy because they expect to make money from selling them, and not because they truly want or need them. And few of these products that are sold stand up to the scrutiny of true value and need. There are exceptions. There are exceptions to every rule. One exception may be autoresponders. Online marketers need an autoresponder, and they buy it and they pay the subscription for it month after month after month, and as long as they remain online marketers, they need that service and they keep paying the subscription. Unfortunately, a lot of online marketers fail and eventually drop out, and so that won't go on forever. There'll be a few people that are successful and they'll keep buying forever. I've had autoresponders for over 20 years, so somebody's doing very well out of whoever it was that sold me my first autoresponder. But a lot of people will give up and they just can't afford to keep the autoresponder going because they're not making any money. Magazine subscriptions are another example, especially if they're associated with people's hobbies. People will spend a fortune on their hobbies. Perhaps it's a fishing magazine and they're keen anglers, and they'll buy that fishing magazine every month for as long as they live and as long as they're still interested in the hobby of fishing. And that brings us to what was once considered the king of recurring income, and that was a newsagent. These were at one time the greatest example of recurring income. They've been massively impacted today because people don't buy newspapers in the same way. They get a lot of their news off the radio, the television, but mainly from the internet and social media. But originally, you'd have a newsagent and he'd be in an area and perhaps they had 3,000 houses in their catchment area. And all those houses bought at least one newspaper a day. Many of them bought 2 newspapers a day, and at weekend they'd have 4 or 5 different newspapers to pore over. And the profit on a newspaper wasn't great. But if you've got 3,000 people and they're buying an average of 2 or 3 newspapers a day, and you're only making 10 cents on each newspaper, it soon adds up and it gives you the basis of a strong business. Unfortunately, news agencies are not the business they once were, but it's the principle involved. But if the products are overpriced training courses, and there are many of them, and these courses I just picked from a company that I am actually a member of, and I've bought some of these courses because I wanted them. But most people don't buy them because they want them. So no matter what they're priced at, they pay for these courses for different reasons than wanting the course. This course, for example, $1,500. How is it sold? Yes, I want Master Traffic Institute because there's a 2-level compensation plan attached to it, and everybody that buys it once I've got my course and I sell them a course, I'm going to make $1,000 a sale from every personal referral. And I'm going to get $200 overrides on all of their referrals. Wow, yeah, let me get this course. Most people won't even unpack the course. They don't want it. They're sold on this idea. And the reality is, they never make a sale. So if the products are overpriced training courses, which many of them are, much of the stuff that you get in training courses you can get for free on the internet if you're prepared to just do a little bit of searching. Vitamins and minerals. They may be good, they may not. It depends on your view of them. But more often than not, the ones that are sold in business opportunities, you can go and buy from a store on the high street. The exact same product or a very, very similar product, possibly an even better product for less money. Painkillers, ointments, cosmetics all fall into this area. I'm not saying they're all like that. I mean, Mary Kay has built massive business on selling cosmetics. But often you can get the same or similar products at a lesser price from the high street. So why people going to continue buying these things month after month after month? They join with the expectation of at least covering their costs from the sales they make. They're told they'll quickly be making sales and they'll quickly be making a profit. And when the sales don't come in fast enough, they find they're out of pocket each and every month. And that's not why they joined the business. They joined it because they wanted to make money, not because they wanted extra expenses. And so they quit to stop that negative cash flow that they're experiencing. And the average time of realization that they're in a negative cash flow situation is 3.7 months. So if you're in a recurring income business, it's great for 3 months because you make a sale month one, and let's suppose the commission's $20, and then you make another sale month two, and that's $20, you're now making $40, and then you make another sale month three, you're now making $60, and you think this is great, and month four comes along and you make another sale and you think I should be getting $80, but the person in month one's now dropped out, so you're still on $60. So you've got to keep putting people in just to keep the status quo. And that's why recurring income is great in theory but seldom happens in practice. But what about MLM, multi-level marketing, and getting paid by building a team? I've seen how you can make millions of dollars by building a team selling things. So surely that's the answer. It becomes passive income once you've got your team. Well, that's the dream, and some people live it. But I want to show you the mathematical proof of why 80% of the people must lose to pay for the people that are perhaps breaking even, and the one or two that are making some sort of reasonable income, and the odd one that is making the fortune, the person that is advertised, the person that is always quoted, the person that you aspire to be. So here I've got 3 little examples. The first one is probably the most common. It's showing a 5 wide force matrix, and I've only shown 4 levels. Sometimes it'll go down 10 levels, sometimes it'll go down 3 levels. It doesn't matter, the principle is the same. And it doesn't matter whether it's a 3 wide matrix or a 2 wide matrix or a 10 wide matrix or a unilevel matrix that goes in infinitely wide. It doesn't matter whether it's a binary system, whether it's a pass-up system. All these things suffer from the same simple deficiency, I suppose you would call it. And if we look at this, if we take a matrix that's 5 wide, and this is used commonly, there's one person at the top and he introduces 5 people, and then there are 25 people on the next level and 125 people on the next level. And it doesn't matter how deep you go, the principle is the same. In fact, the deeper you go, the worse it gets, because a lot of companies will have something that's 10 or 12 levels deep because it shows massive income once you've built to 10 or 12 levels. Hardly ever does anybody build more than 3 or 4 levels. And so The company benefits two ways. They have all the hype of showing you these massive incomes, and they don't have to pay out those commissions from the bottom 6 levels, which are often significant amounts of money. But if we take this as a simple example, you can see that one person at the top, he wins big, but it's only 0.64% of the total number of people. Why does he win big? Well, suppose there was a dollar paid on each level in commission. He'd be getting $155. He'd be getting 125, 25 and 5, $155. Okay, he's winning big. The people on the next level are also winning, but they're not winning as much because they're not getting all this. What they actually get is they have 5 people under them, and under them is 25 people, so they get $30. They'd be getting $30, so it's dropped dramatically just in that level. So they're winning $30. If the product costs $5, they're making a $25 profit. This guy's making the big money. If we get to this level, they've only got 5 people each underneath them. They're making $5. It's costing them $5. They may win a little or break even, or they may lose a little. It depends on the absolute structure, but these people are never going to make a lot of money, and they're going to drop out. And these people down here are losers. They're going to lose because they're at the bottom of the pile, and that's why they drop out. And that's why you have this constant churn, and these people in the top 2 levels are constantly trying to put people in at the bottom to make up for the people that are dropping out. And you can see here that we've got 96% of people losing or not making money. And that is the mathematical fact. And if you take a 3-by matrix, it's the same sort of thing. You've got 88% here, but these people are not going to be making any money either. So that's another 95% of people losing money. And it's all right saying, well, everybody is the start of his own matrix and everybody has an equal opportunity. It doesn't matter. Some people will become this number 1. Most people will stay at this level here, losing money in these 2 levels. It's a mathematical fact. And this is a 2-by matrix, and the same thing happens here. You've got 50, 75%, 85, 87%, who some of them might be making a little bit of money, but very, very little. Even here, they're not going to be making much money. There's only going to be these top 2 levels that are making any real money. So that is the mathematical reason why multi-level marketing doesn't work for the majority of people. It's a fact that the majority must lose to pay for the ones that win. It is true that people can make a lot of money. I've made a lot of money in multi-level marketing, but you get burnout from it. You decide that it's not worth all the struggle of keeping your group going by keep putting people in. It's not worth the fact that your conscience is being attacked because you're promising all these people that they can make money, and you look at the figures and most of them are losing money. They're having their dreams crushed. You tell them to shoot for the moon, and if they miss, they'll hit the stars, but they don't miss and hit the stars. They miss the moon and they come crashing back down to earth as total wrecks. It's not good. Are there ways of making this work? Well, I've been searching for 25 years for this, and maybe I am a little bit slow on the uptake because it's taken me 25 years to find and devise a plan that will eliminate this problem. And that plan we are programming now. We're putting it into force in the WeShareAbundance.com website. I hope this has opened your eyes to what's going on, because this is the problem. And a lot of the gurus, if we go back to overcome this, because this can be residual income, it can be one-off income. Some of these plans are pay once, some of them are cyclers where they put you into the principle is always the same. There's a lot more people have got to lose to make the people that win. and the people that win are very small numbers. They can be low ticket items, they can be high ticket items. Sometimes high ticket items are just paid on straight commissions. So why do people lose out there? Simple reason is most people are not salesmen. They don't want to be salesmen. They've never been salesmen. They don't want to learn to be salesmen. And they get suckered into spending money on what the gurus, and I say gurus because it's a term that really is perhaps better put as cheats. And a lot of top marketers are producing what they can call high quality training, seminars, whatever it is. They're selling them at extortionate prices, and they sell them on the basis that you buy this and maybe 2 or 3 people, you've broken even, and then you're making big money. You know, if you just sell 1 a month, you're making 5,000 a month because the course costs 10,000 and we're going to pay you 50% commission. Quite often these gurus will pay you very, very high commissions to sell their products, to entice people to buy them. Most people are not going to be able to sell them. They're never going to get their money back. It's not an easy sale to sell a high ticket item, regardless of what anybody says. You've got to have the gift of the gab. You've got to spend a lot of time with it. You've got to get on the phone to people. You've got to be in one-to-one situations if you want to be consistently selling products for thousands of dollars. Most people don't want to do that. Most people are not equipped to do that. And so most people fail. The gurus don't care because people are buying their $10,000 products, and if they're only making $1,000 on them, usually they're making $2,000 or $3,000. They might only be making $500. But if they've got 1,000 people selling these things, some of them are going to make sales, and it keeps the thing turning over. Some of them have hundreds of thousands of people selling this rubbish, and it makes them millions of dollars a month. And yet most people are doomed to fail because of the way that things are set up. Be aware of this. Don't lose hope, but know what is going on. And then if you want renewed hope, come to WeShareAbundance.com. We're going to guarantee every member makes a profit. Sometimes not a very large profit. But if you're making a guaranteed profit, then you don't want to be dropping out. Even if it's only $20, $50 or $100 a month, if it's there guaranteed for little or no work, why would you want to stop? And that's what we've got. And that's why we're going to bring back the value of recurring income, because we're going to have recurring income, even though people only need to get their hand in the pocket once. The most anybody in We Share Abundance will ever have to fork out is going to be $125. And as long as they just log in, use the system to read their messages and send messages, they will make a profit every month on that $125 and make a profit over and above the recurring cost. Okay, so we're not saying that, oh, it costs you 125 and you're going to make 20. No. It costs you 125 and you're going to make 150, 170, $200, sometimes more. There's going to be lots more ways to make money in there besides this. You can in fact start totally free and work your way up without ever making a sale, just by using the system. We Share Abundance. We're going to start by sharing abundance with you, not taking from you. Okay? So keep your eye on WeShareAbundance.com. It'll be launching soon. It'll be revolutionary. We are looking to bring hope to people throughout the world, low-income people in third world countries, high income people in the more prosperous countries can also greatly enhance their income. Later, I'm going to show you just how much it is possible to make very, very easily with this program, and with nobody dropping out. It's recurring income that grows. Not a struggle just to keep status quo, but will grow and grow and grow. This is the solution. As I say, it's taken me 25 years to find it. Maybe I'm a bit slow, but we're here, and I don't think anybody else has ever found this solution. So that's a mitigating factor for me. God bless.